Dangerous winds and coastal flooding will come tonight. Meteorologist Joe Martucci here. And if you're keeping score at home, this is our sixth storm to hit New Jersey since December the 10th. And I think by this time next week, we'll be on storm 8, but we'll get to that. Let's talk about what we can expect as we go into tonight. There is a power outage risk. We're going to go with a moderate risk here, similar to what we saw on Tuesday night, where 37,000 Atlantic City Electric customers were in the dark. I was without power on Tuesday night as well. We look at our future cast. We start out with a good amount of sunshine, but the clouds come on in. And then eventually between 7 to 9 p.m., this is when the storm starts. It ramps up quickly, although I would say the worst of the storm is between about 11 p.m. on Friday through about 3 a.m. on Saturday. And then between 5 to 7 a.m., that rain is pretty much out of here. And then we see intervals of clouds and sun, but it's still going to be very windy during this time as well. So let's take a look at our winds here. These are sustained winds as we go into our Friday and Friday night. Not much during the day, but now we're talking about sustained winds, generally 20 to 25 miles an hour along the shoreline here on Friday at 7 p.m. Then as we get into the night here, 30 to 40 mile an hour sustained winds for most of the Jersey Shore. That is pretty strong. I mean, if you think about tropical storm force winds, that's 39 miles an hour. We're going to be just below that or around that. And then as we go into the day on Saturday, still staying blustery with sustained winds around 20. And then here are the gusts. So we take a look at winds a half mile high. This is pretty much 2,500 feet high, the 925 air pressure millibar layer. And what that just means is these are low-level winds. They can transfer down to the surface if we get heavy rain or if we get a thunderstorm, both of which are possible. And that's why I'm saying, yeah, there's the potential again for 70-mile-an-hour winds somewhere in South Jersey. Now, more than likely, this is at the shore. But like we saw on Tuesday night, places like Upper Deerfield and Logan Township got above 60 miles an hour with our gusts. Rain, I don't think is that much of an issue. I still think there'll be a few flooded spots just because of how soggy our ground is, but generally rainfall totals between a half inch to 1 inch. Those higher totals staying up in Taylor Hamland in the northern part of the state. Let's take a look at our tidal flooding forecast here. For Saturday morning, most places are in minor flood stage, the kind of flooding we see 30 to 50 times a year. But for some of us, and this is pretty much the Barnegat Bay and the Delaware Bay, we're in moderate stage where unramed homes and businesses flood, and many Bayside roads flood where roads could close. And we did see road closures on Tuesday night. I am expecting the same. Here's a look at Atlantic City in minor flood stage. Now, this doesn't include anything we'd see from the rain. This is just the coastal flooding itself. Here's Ship Bottom in moderate flood stage here. Those areas in red are completely inundated with water here. And this is from 7 a.m. Saturday to 1 p.m. on Saturday, sometime within that time frame. Here's a look at your daytime forecast. Friday temperatures are above average by a couple of degrees for this time of the year. We have early sun giving way to clouds. Then Friday night, it's a windswept rain. It's a gnarly night out there. Temperatures on the mild side only in the 40s because of that screaming wind coming out of the south. And then here comes the wind gust as we go into the rest of your Martin Luther King weekend. I mean, 35, 40 miles an hour, that's still pretty breezy. That'll be blowing things around. If you didn't take down the holiday decorations yet, not the best weekend to do so, just because of how chilly it's going to get, especially as we go into Sunday here with the winds and what we'll see with the wind chills here. I would say probably your best bet is going to be Saturday, but it's still going to be breezy, but it does get colder as the weekend goes on. I'll show you this. Wind chills go from next to nothing. Temperatures will be in the 50s as we kick off our Saturday to the 30s by Saturday at 5 o'clock p.m. So temperatures fall throughout the day on Saturday. By Sunday morning, wind chills are in the 20s here, and they pretty much stay below 32 all day long. And then temperatures on Monday, well, we have wind chills in the teens and high temperatures only staying in the mid-30s. And then that gets us to what will be a nor'easter for Tuesday. Will it be scenario 1, which is closer to the coast and probably rain for us? Or will it be scenario 2, which is a weaker storm, but a colder storm where we would get wintry mix? I don't know yet. It's too early for that, but there is potential for accumulating snow. And today, we now have the record for the longest stretch without 1 inch of snow at Atlantic City International Airport. Here's a look at our inland 7-day forecast. It's mild Friday and Saturday. We got that storm Friday night. Then it gets colder and stays windy throughout the weekend. That wintry mix, or could it be all rain? We'll let you know, but something's there for Tuesday. Flip over to the Shore 7-day. On the other side of this, very cold for Wednesday, still cold for Thursday, and it looks to have another storm system as we go into Friday.